up to the stage. I still don't know how to handle it. I'll get used to it at a certain point in time. This day is phenomenal for so many reasons, not just being able to show the love women in Gaza deserve and the attention that they deserve, but this is actually my first mosque. After I do my speech, I just want to touch the carpet. Look around. So one thing to know about me is I don't ever prepare what I say. I speak I speak from my heart and just from the passion I feel about what I'm speaking on, and hopefully no one, I don't offend anyone, forgive me ahead of time if I do, but for just basic background on me, I've been an activist ever since I was 17 years old, so 17 years now. I'm 34. For those of you who are kind of trying to do the math. And so I've always maintained a passion and love for humankind. And it doesn't matter where they are. We deserve to speak up when there is injustice. Because if any day we face injustice, and all of us here have faced injustice at this point in time, we would like our fellow human beings to speak up for us. And I think the Muslim community specifically has been far neglected when it comes to fellow human beings stepping forward and speaking up for us. And there's been so many misconceptions spread. I, as an activist, like to think that I did not believe most of them. But as I was reading the Quran, and I was surprised at what I was reading, that itself told me that there was some internal bias, or there were some internal misconceptions that made its way through. If I was surprised that it was so beautiful, if I was surprised that it was so moving, but seeing them go through that, seeing them hold their dead children, look into their faces, call them beautiful, kiss them all over, tell them that they love them, and then thank God. That's what got me to pick up the Quran, because I couldn't understand. My own relationship with God has been very tumultuous over the years. And I have questioned his existence for far less. Here they lost everything that they held dear. And not only did I see women, thank God, I saw women even say they were happy on that day because their children were going to Jannah. And so the very least that I could do in that moment was read the Quran. That's the bare minimum as far as I'm concerned. To know the very spirit of where that derives from, most of us, inshallah, will never know that pain. And to see the women of Gaza face the most tremendous pain possible. Anyone here, if anyone were to ask you what's the worst thing that could possibly happen to me, the mothers in here would say losing my children, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's what they're facing. Some women have lost every single child they had. And still prostrate before God. Still steadfast in their faith. How can I not be moved? Honestly, how can I not be moved? How can I not see Islam as truth after that? If the women in Gaza have lost not only everything, but some are facing the possibility of never regaining it back. If those of you know the young woman, she's in her early 20s, the son. She was a content creator. Some people mistakenly think that she's always been a journalist. No, she was a content creator just like the young girls in everywhere. And she and a few other young women, right now, are the only reason why we even know what's going on in Gaza. And she has started beginning her videos of, this is the sun, I'm still alive, I still don't know whether that is fortunate or unfortunate. Powerful, just as a regular human being, that I could ever be as president. And so are you. And I'm very serious about that. Right now we're witnessing single voices changing the world. I'm not talking about myself. Moaz, Islam, Palestinian. Yes. There's not just single people, single young people in their early 20s, that just a month ago was doing what the rest of us were doing. Sharing on TikTok. The video went viral of Moaz documenting Ramadan in Gaza. And the beauty of Ramadan in Gaza. That's what he was doing just this past Ramadan. Within that short period of time, he went from documenting Ramadan and the different festivities surrounding it to documenting the deaths of over 11,000 Palestinians. He single-handedly is the voice for Gaza, along with the other now journalists. They were content creators and now they're official journalists. Gen Z is changing the world. It's time for the rest of the generations, including my own, millennials, to understand that the only way forward is not just through raising them up, but doing exactly what they're doing. We've lived a long life. I don't just want to sit here and say how much Gaza has changed the world without also bringing up the fact that a call to action is needed. And the understanding that this is a marathon. We are not boycotting these companies and then next week getting our coffee. It's for life. And what an easy thing. How easy it is to give up anything that has to do with capitalism when the women of Gaza have given up their children. What an easy thing indeed. This is the start of the fight. It's going to get harder. We're going to face far more discrimination as the Muslim community. It's already happening. We're already getting news stories of attacks of Muslim girls in the subway, having their hijabs being ripped off of them. This is our time to join together as sisters as a united front. The women in Gaza have left